So what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is the Ninchmovies back again with an all-new movie review. Feels like it's been a minute, and yes, I know that, this might not be the review you're expecting. Trust me, it wasn't for me either. But today we're going to be talking about the film Miss Congeniality. Now, just a quick insight into this film. I wanted to say I'd never seen this until last night. It's meant to be somewhat of a cult classic, and I respect the fact that this has obviously an all-star cast. But basically, this brought a lot of childhood glee to me. It really did. I feel like if I watched this movie as a kid, it would have been just one of my favorites, something on repeat. And the movie I'm going to compare it to, in my opinion, is the film Agent Cody Banks. Now, that is something that I watched heavily as a child. And obviously, with the whole F.b.i theme, and then obviously Cody Banks being a special agent, you kind of get where I'm coming from. I was wowed by the fact that this movie was made for $45 million. I get it. I mean, star-studded cast. It makes sense. But just due to, the cover, everything I'd heard about it, and the fact that it just has fun with itself, $45 million is not what I was expecting. That's exactly what they made the sequel for as well. This movie made bank. It made like $250 million back. Miss Congeniality, I did not see it in you. Is this a cult favorite of yours? Did you grow up watching this? I just wanted to say a couple things about this film. Starting off with the fact that it's just laughable, really, that, they portray Sandra Bullock as this person that they don't see as an attractive woman until, she gets all glammed up and stuff. Come on, guys. We all know Bullock's a dime, especially back in the day. I guess, it just sort of goes into the corniness of the joke. I also wanted to mention William Shatner. What an odd individual. I'm watching Young Sheldon currently, and obviously he goes over Star Trek, and I've watched, the original Star Trek as well. I know Shatner, from that series, but just an actor that keeps popping up in the most obscure places. Like, I watched him in this very pointless character in this. He doesn't really need to be here, but it's just another star for you guys to have. And then I think the last time I saw him in a movie was American Psycho 2, which I watched a couple months back. It's kind of my fault that he's just popping up in these random films, but just an odd actor. Shout out Shatner. He just really does whatever the fuck he wants. I also like the lead detective, other than Sandra Bullock. I don't know the actor's name, unfortunately. I think he's famous for like NCIS, one of those shows. Just a really, really fun movie. I was not expecting it. Now, it's nothing great. It's nothing mind-blowing. I'm not going to give it a rating or anything like that. I feel like most of the people that want to see this movie have. And so, this movie review might not even do too well, but I'm just putting it out there as the fact that I was kind of mind-blown how much, childhood glee that this gave me. Like, honestly, just a fun movie, a movie that doesn't take itself seriously. I haven't watched a movie like that in a while, and once again, in my experience, the most comparable movie to it is the Agent Cody Banks series, which it's kind of got me intrigued to go back to that. Some decent action scenes. The only thing, the whole acting is meant to be over the top. I'm not a fan of Sandra Bullock's fake little snort laugh throughout the film. That's the only thing that I was just like, all right, it's over the top cringe now. But yeah, just what is this? Like $45 million for this thing. That is crazy. I'm glad it made its money back. Am I going to check out the sequel? I'm not in a rush or anything like that, unless you guys tell me it's just as good, I guess. But I think it was just sort of a one-off chance that I enjoyed it. Pretty much the whole reason I even put it in the VHS player was simply because my missus had enough of watching documentaries. She's like, let's watch something different. Caught my eye, and I'm like, when am I going to watch this? I'm happy I put it in. That's why I collect this VHS shit, because there's no way in hell when I was doing the DVD Blu-ray collecting that I would have ever gone out of my way to pick up Miss Congeniality. But it was a fun movie. Overall, I would recommend it if you haven't seen it as a one-time watch. Just don't expect anything too crazy. All the stars in there, they do their part. I'm forgetting, Michael Caine plays a very zesty gay man. Pretty much the modeling coach in this film. He does really, really well. I just love seeing Michael Caine in anything. Honestly, one of my favorite accents going around is Michael Caine's accent, I guess. I always just think of The Dark Knight when he says the word tangerine for some odd reason. But regardless, let me know your thoughts of the film down below. Kind of just a piss take review, but I wanted to put it out for you guys. The Futurama review will be up at some point this week. I just, I've been spending my time watching shit like this. So apologies. Go check out the most recent horror VHS update. Leave this video a like, add it to your favorites, and subscribe, guys. Appreciate y'all.